won't show work. So that's not good. Astha and Darshit. Astha and Darshit. Guys, acknowledge quickly. I'm asking last time's work. Devarsh and Divya. Devarsh and Divya.
Yes, ma'am.
Share your screen and show me your work.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm was not there in the lab. That is excuse and that won't be permitted. Because if you are not there, that's fine. Videos are there. You can learn from videos. So everybody has to show. That's it. If you are not coming, that's not an issue. You are not there for 1 hour, but then you are having entire week, okay? And each day is having 24 hours, so you can do it. Okay, so I'm waiting for the screen share. Divya, quickly do it. Nirjar, inform Nirjar, somebody inform Nirjar that he is trying to get in using personal email ID. So I have denied. He has to use Marwadi ID. So please somebody inform Nirjar. Nirjar, you are there. So getting in using the
Yes, ma'am.
different ID also. Don't do that.
Sorry,
I'll
ma'am.
not
Different
allow.
disease.
Okay. Only Marwadi ID is permitted. Divya, be fast. I'm waiting for your screen share. Divya, unmute yourself and tell me, are you going to share or not? Guys, don't waste time, please. Jay Mehta, Mansi Parmar, Astha Darshit Devarsh, unmute yourselves. Guys, I'm waiting for your responses. Devarsh, I got your screen.
Yes, ma'am, I start.
Yeah, I got it. Show me the code and run it. Okay, I can check the vowel program. Okay, who is next? Okay, I can see all the code. Fine. Who's next? Yeah, Savan, go ahead. Okay, I can see your screen and I can see the programs running, vowel, consonant. Go ahead and run other practicals. 1, 2, 3 also you have to show. Okay, this is practical 1. Okay, go to practical 2. Okay, this is 3, fine. 2 and 3. Okay, good. Okay, good. What about Astha and Darshit? Who shared this screen? Who is he? This is Savan. Okay. Astha and Darshit, acknowledge in the chat, everybody. You have to acknowledge in the chat if you are not doing anything. Like, Mansi, Nirjar, Nisha, Parita, Samir, share your screen one by one. Nisha, but in that case, you should keep the backup. It's like you see, guys, I have 20 students, and if only 2 students are going to show the work, how will I validate my teaching? How will I check whether you people are learning or not? This is not right way. What about others? Mansi, Jai, Nirjar, Samir. Guys, acknowledge quickly.
Yes, ma'am, I'm trying to share my screen, but
Okay, I'm getting your screen. I got Samir. Whose screen is this? Samir's screen. Yeah, Samir Joshi. I can see your screen. Okay, I can see the vowel program. Show me the code directly. Practical 1, 1, 2, 3, and you can show the sixth one. Are we done with the fourth program? Acha, this is practice program.
No, ma'am.
Samir, this is not practical for. It's just a practice program. Okay, you can later change it. Fine. Okay. Okay. Who else is remaining? One by one, write down in a chat. I shared or I don't have code. You have to write 2 answers. I shared. I don't have code. Everybody, share it in the chat box so that I can have the exit count. I need to check whether you people are doing it properly or not. Parita, I'm getting your screen. You can go to your code. Those who are done can write I shared or I shown, whatever your status. Everyone type it in the chat. Parita, where is your screen again? Have you stopped sharing it? Parita, I was getting your screen. I guess Parita, yeah, Parita, share it again. You see, guys, there are 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 students and only 4 students shared the screen. Parita, Samir, Savan, and Devarsh. Savan, yeah. What about others? Can you see the ratio? 30% students are showing the work. That's really not good. Next time onward, if you are not showing me the work, I'll mark you absent. Okay, you can attend the lab, but I'll mark you absent. That is for sure if you are not working. Because this is not right way, guys. To learn the programming, you need to do the practice. And all these are excuse. I'm not at home. I don't have laptop because we know that we can do it in mobile, right? And if you are not sure that whether you are you will be at home or not, keep backup in your laptop. Okay, fine. So let us learn today's practical. We have already done 1, 2, 3, and 6, right? So today we are going to go with the practical number 4. Are we done with BMI? No, right? Right? BMI, body mass index. Are we done with it? So, as we know that body mass index is a measure of health, right? We can calculate it by your weight and kilograms, and the equation is BMI is equal to mass divided by height square. Okay, so that way, that using that equation you can use it. So if you will search in the Google, you will find many BMI calculator. You have to just search BMI calculator, okay, in kg, NCM, or whatever. When you are writing BMI calculator, you will find it. There is a website, calculator.net. It is also giving you the calculation. So you can see here, this is one example, and based on that BMI calculation, you can say whether you are whether you are like underweight, or you are normal weight, or you are having obesity. So usually if you say BMI, basically BMI is a standard ratio given by the health organization that we can calculate mass divided by height square. You can see the equation, BMI is equal to m divided by height square, where mass is in kilometer and height is in meters, right? Based on that, you can calculate your BMI, and you will get a value. So we say that if that value, the calculated value, is less than or equal to 18.5, then you are underweight. If it is like between 18.5 to 24.9, then you are having normal weight. And if it is between 25 to 29.9, then you are overweight. And if it is greater than 30, right, greater than or equal to 30, then you are suffering from obesity, and that can cause a serious health issue, and that's why doctor asks you to have the immediate weight loss, right? So you can see here there are many calculators which are taking the heights into like feet and pounds as well. We can get it in a meter, kilogram and meter also, right? So whatever you are entering here, let us say this is asking me in centimeters and kg, right? So when I'll enter it, it will give me the BMI. You can see here 25.7, which means I'm overweight, right? So that way you can just calculate and you can make an application. So today's our goal is practical number 4, which says body mass index is a measure of health on weight. It can be calculated by taking your weight in kilograms and dividing by square of your height in meters, right? And your GTU has given a practical number 4, which says write a program that prompts user to enter weight in pounds and height in inches, right? So they are asking you to have the height and weight into the pound and inches respectively, and then you have to calculate the BMI. And we know that the equation of BMI is mass divided by height square, where mass is in kilogram and height is in meter. So here GTU has also given the equations. You can see here 1 pound is equal to 0.45359.237 kg, and 1 inches is equal to 0.0254 meters, right? So based on these equations, we can calculate the BMI. So here is your practical number 4, which says user. First, we are taking input from the user, so we need a scanner class. Right, I have taken a public class practical 4, and inside the main method, I have taken the 3 variables, height, weight, and BMI. I'm taking scanner class object, SC, and I'm prompting user, enter weight in kg, right? And when user is entering in enter weight in, we have to say pound, then we can create, we can convert it into the kg, right? Pound, and what was the input? pound as well as inches. Fine. So user will enter in pound and inches. Once they are entering with the help of the given equations, we will convert it. So here you can see weight is equal to entered weight multiplied by 0.45359237, which will give us the weight pound conversion into kg. Okay, and here we have taken a height in the inches, and to convert it into meters, we have multiplied by 0.0254. And then finally, we are applying the BMI equation, which is your mass divided by height square. So your mass is in weight kg divided by height in the meters. So BMI is equal to weight divided by height into height. And finally, the outcome, which is the value of BMI, we are printing over here. So you can see here, this is the same application, right? We are giving the heights, we are giving the, even we are giving the weight, and then we are calculating the BMI, and here we are having the answer, right? So this is the same application, except here the input is given in a web form, whereas here we are taking the input in a command line. Otherwise, this is like real life application. Is it clear? Is it clear, guys? Right? Any question, any doubt? So this is your practical number 4, which is about calculating the BMI. Anyone having any doubt, any questions? You can raise your queries if you have. So you can see here, it is asking me to enter weight in pound, let us say 6, and inches, let us say 60, and it is giving me some BMI based on the conversion and all. Fine? Fine? So this is your practical number 4. Any doubt, any questions? Guys, if you're having doubt, ask it quickly, because I'm going to ask you to implement it by your own. Okay? Should I move further? Should I go ahead? Yes or no? Give the acknowledgement, guys.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, before discussing the next practical, which is your practical number 5, before discussing it, I have a question, like how we swap the values of two variables. Let us say two integers. How we swap? Suppose I have integer a and b, and I want to, I have given the values, let us say a is equal to 10 and b is equal to 5. How will I swap this? Nirjar is saying using temp, exactly. How? So we'll take integer temp also. And why we need a temp? Why we need a temporary variable? Anyone having idea? We write this. See, we write temp is equal to a. Then we write b is equal to a is equal to b, right? And we write b is equal to temp. Why we write this? Any idea? Why we take temporary variable? Can you explain it technically? Anyone? I got 2-3 answers which are right about this. Sorry. Savan and Devarsh are giving the equations, and Nirjar is also saying using temp variable. So why we do that? To store the temporary value, exactly, right? Because what will happen? Suppose I'm doing this, I'm not using the temp variable. So if I'm directly assigning at this point, what will be the situation? After this line, a will be 5 and b is already 5. So now if I want to take old value of a and want to assign in the b, how will I get it? Right? So to get that value to be given in the step number 3, that's why we are storing the temporary value of a inside temp. So if you look at the first line, When first line will be executed, at that time, temp variable will have the 10 value as well as a variable will have 10 value. After step 2, a and b both will be 5 5. So now if I want to get the value of b to be given inside a, I can take it from temp. So at this point your b will be 10 because your temp is holding the value 10. Is it clear? Is it clear, guys, why we need a temporary variable? Is it clear? Right? Okay, now look at the practical number 5 of GTU syllabus, which says write a program that prompts user to enter 3 integer and display the integer into decreasing order. Are you getting the point? What is the problem statement? The problem statement says you have to take 3 integers from the user. Right? Write a program that prompts the user to enter 3 integer numbers. So we can use a scanner class and we can take 3 inputs. Now what it is asking, let us suppose we have entered 3 numbers, that is 12, 7 and let us say 8. So what it says? What it says? Once you are taking 3 numbers, you have to display these numbers, this integer, in decreasing order. Right? Decreasing order. So how will print it? Decreasing order. First will be the 12. Then we have to print 8 and then we have to print 7. So this is decreasing order. Yes or no? Right? Decreasing order is this. In short, this program is asking us to have the arrangement or sorting of 3 variables using in a descending manner, decreasing order. So that's why it is descending order. If they would have asked us in increasing order, then the output would have been 7, 8 and 12. This is increasing value, right? But they have asked us in a decreasing order. So that's why we will do the reverse. That is, we have to take 12 first, then 8 and then 7. So we know that user can enter it randomly, and that's why we have to think about a logic where we will compare the value of variables, and then if needed we will swap it with the help of temp variable. So look at the solution. I'm so sorry. I have to take input from the user, so I have taken java.util.scanner. Now we are here public class practical 5 and we have taken public static void main, right? And we have taken a scanner class object input and I'm asking user to enter 3 number. And let us say these 3 numbers are 5, 2 and 7. Can you see here? 5, 2 and 7. This is suppose the input, right? Now what we are doing is we have taken a temporary variable to sort the number. We have taken a temporary variable and we are comparing. If number 2 is greater than number 1 or number 3 is greater than number 1, then we have to swap, right? Then we have to swap. So if number 2 is greater than, then we are again swapping. Temp is equal to number 1 is equal to temp, and number 2 is equal to temp. And if it is not the case, and if the number 3 is greater than number 1, then also we are swapping, right? So once we are getting the arranged in these 2 numbers, that is number 1 is arranged at the smallest portion, and then we will compare the number 3 with a number 2, and if required, then we will swap. Right? So ultimately we will have this in a descending order. So let us discuss with the values. Suppose here user has entered number 1, 2 and 3 as 5, 2 and 7. 5 is in number 1, 2 is in number 2. So let us say 2 greater than 7. Condition is true, right? Or you are going to check is 7 greater than 5. Both the conditions are right, so it will go inside. Now we are checking if number 2, what is number 2? Again, number 2 is 2. 2 is greater than 5? No, it is not. So it will not go here, but it will go here, right? What we are checking? We are checking number 3, which is 7. 7 greater than 5, condition is yes. And as it is greater, we have to swap it. We have to swap it, right? So what will be the situation? After this, my number 3, which was 7, now it will be number 7, which was in number 2, and 2 was my number, sorry, and 3 was my number 7, and n1 was 5. Instead, after this block, after this if condition, the values will be reversed. This will be 5 and this will be 7, right? So as we have already shorted the number 3 and number 1, now we have to just match it. We have to just match it with the further numbers. Sorry, this is 1, right? So it will be 2. It is 2. So here we'll have 2. So assume the values, right? And here we are comparing again number 2 with number 3, which is 2 with the number 2's value. So here we are actually comparing 2 is greater than 5. Answer is no, right? So it won't swap. So what will be the situation? At the end of this block, we will have all the 3 numbers in the descending order, right? All the 3 numbers in the descending order. So what we have done ultimately is, this is the summary. We have taken 3 numbers from the user, number 1, number 2, and number 3. To arrange it in a decreasing order, we are comparing. So first, we are finding out that number 2 is greater than number 1 or number 3 is greater than number 1. If it is true, then we are going to swap number 1 and 2, otherwise 3 and 1. In this way, we will get first 2 numbers in the ascending order, decreasing order. And then we will compare the third number with number 2, which will ultimately give us the final sequence of the swapping, right? So this is the program which swaps the 3 numbers taken from the user in a decreasing order. Fine? So this was your practical number 5. Okay? So it could be a little confusing, but I suggest that you just presume the conditions in your mind. You just assume the conditions and then it will be easy. So let me run the program. So we are at program number 5. I have written the extra that to make you understand, I have used certain numbers here. 5, 2, and 7 was our input. Okay. So 5, 2, and 7 is input. And you can see we have 7, 5, and 2 decreasing order. Okay. So this is your practical 5. Any doubt, any questions? You can see the logic. This is the logic. First, number 2, 1, 2, and 3, we are mapping and we are swapping the numbers. So in this, we will arrange the 2 numbers in the decreasing order, and then using the third if, we'll again arrange the numbers in a decreasing order. Fine? Any question, any doubt? Anyone? If not, then you people can start working on these 2 practicals. Today we will perform these 2 practicals. You have to show me in a running condition after the lab. Like we have still 25 minutes, right? So we can easily, because the 4th practical is really short. So you can do it. Everyone start coding. If you are having any confusion or doubt, I'm here. If you don't have laptop or if you are out, still you can do it because we do have online compilers. So everyone quickly implement it. And everybody has to make the folder ready. Anytime I'll ask anyone to show me all the programs, whether you were present or absent, that's not the concern. Once it is delivered in the lab, it is your responsibility to understand that program. If you are facing difficulties, then I can explain the program again. There is no question about solving your doubt. I'll definitely solve it. Okay? So everyone start working. Go with practical 4 and 5. So guys, are you done with the program 4? Yes or no? Anyone is done? Type in the chat box or unmute and tell me. Okay, tell me once you are done. Okay, fine. Share your screen, those who are done. Share your screen. It's like if you're using from the mobile, still it's okay. There is Jai, there is option of share camera. I mean share screen in mobile also. You can just share from the mobile also. Right? Share screen option is there with mobile. If you have done in mobile, then you can do it. Otherwise, it's okay. You can use the mobile camera and show the laptop screen. Okay. Parita, I'm waiting for your screen share. Show me practical 4.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Jaimanik, I have seen your screen. Others who are not done can work on that as well. This is the practical 5. So those who are done with practical 4 can go ahead and work on practical 5. Right? As I said, we have to take 3 numbers. We will import java.util. We'll create a class. We'll take a main method, scanner object, enter 3 numbers, ask user to enter the numbers, and then we will have a temp variable. We'll put a if condition. We'll swap the numbers, and again we will swap the remaining number, and finally we'll display the numbers. Okay, so this is your practical 5. Fine. Everyone work on that. Work on this. Anyone wants to have the screen share? Devarsh, you can share. Parita, your camera is on. You can. Okay, fine. You are also showing like that. Yeah, Parita, I can see your code. Everyone, can you see Parita's code? When you are keeping on your camera, it won't be shown on the record list. So that's why I suggest. Yeah, Parita, I can see. Good. Anyone who is like from mobile or laptop who is ready to share the screen? Jai? Okay, you are also using the camera. Okay, fine, no problem, guys. You can just do the work. Ultimate thing is your program should run. So those who are done with practical 4, which is body mass index calculation, can go ahead with the practical 5.